Hi guys, my name's Dan and welcome to Mental Health Monday on +ustoo. So today I was actually going to do an episode on insomnia, but to be honest that can wait. I've just realised that I've been spraying information at you about my life story and different mental illnesses, but I haven't actually told you what it's really like to have a mental illness. So today I'm going to talk about clinical depression and what it's really like to have it, because that's been the mental illness that has controlled the best part of my life. So here goes. Before I start, I'm going to read a poem that I actually sent to the charity Sane, which got put up on a couple of their websites, social media pages, and it's called The Chain. The Chain by Dan Simpson. I have a chain around my mind, coiled tight, it can't unwind. The more I try and loosen it, the more it squeezes out the kind. The chain is locked in place, it weighs me down and releases pain, until I gain immunity, and I'm left with an empty face. The chain has got more heavy, drowning me very slow and steady, until I finally want to give up, and I admit that I am ready. I have two last options now. I can finally get some help, which I say I have no faith in, or it pulls me under and I drown. So I finally had some treatment. It was the hard route that I agree with. I wish I did it sooner, because now the chain has been lifted. I can honestly say that the chain has been lifted, but that doesn't change the fact that I do slip in those darker days where depression does control my life. If you don't know what depression is like, or especially if you don't know what clinical depression is like, let me tell you. I can't get out of bed. It's not like I don't want to get out of bed, but I have a complete inability. I have no energy to think, no energy to talk, no energy to even string a sentence together in my mind, never mind sleeping. So I just lie in bed with an inability to move or think. And I wouldn't even have negative thoughts, I wouldn't have positive thoughts, I'd be numb. And not like sleeping on your arm and you can't feel it in the morning, but mentally numb. Think about when you wake up after sleeping on your arm, but that is your mind. You have an inability to think, you have an inability to feel anything. It's not like you're feeling, oh, I'm feeling a bit sad today. It's you can't feel a thing. And because you can't move, there is nothing. I'd listen to the same song on repeat over and over and over and over again, and just stare at nothing for hours and hours and hours and hours, until finally someone confronts you and says, oh, why don't you get out of bed? It will make you feel better. But, well, don't you think I thought about that? I have a complete inability. And then when they string sentences together, that just obviously will make things worse. Like, just get out of bed, it will make you feel better. Just, you're being lazy, just do something. If I could, I would, but I physically cannot. If I do manage to string a sentence together in my mind, it is going to be a self-neglecting, hating, negative comment that is just going to reinforce the guilt and the self-loathing, the complete lack of confidence that comes with depression, and the pointless comments that simply do not help from people that simply don't understand depression. Makes everything worse. It increases the guilt, it increases your worthlessness, until the big brother of depression, anxiety, comes along, and because you're being confronted so much and you need to get out of there, so you end up just leaving. You can't deal with anything. That's until the only way you can deal with the anxiety, with the depression, with feeling nothing, is by taking out that same knife that has dry blood and scorch marks on it from before and dragging it up and down your arm, because you're confusing that mental numbness with physical numbness. Everything is just getting smaller and smaller. Your world is getting smaller and smaller, and you just cannot cope. From feeling nothing, from feeling anxiety, just the only thing you will feel is negative thoughts and anxiety. So it's when you've been lying in bed for 3 days straight, burning no physical energy, and just being lost in the shadows of your thought, that you realise that the insomnia has just glued itself to you. So you get out of bed at 3 a.m. when everybody's asleep and nobody's around outside, and you just walk. You just walk and walk and walk and walk and walk until you realise you've walked 5 miles away from your bed, and it doesn't even feel nice because every single step you take, you're just bathing in the misery that comes with depression. It's the misery that you cannot feel anything. You see a car drive past, and then you think, if I step out in front of it, I could end all of this. But the one thing that's keeping you from doing that is hope. Hope that one day you can get rid of all of that. Hope that one day you can actually feel as happy as everybody else around you seems. And yeah, what can I say? But it's when you've lost all hope and you just feel like you're trapped in the endless prison of depression that has just been controlling your life for the past 5 years. That's when you just lose all hope, and that's when I attempted suicide. So next time you know somebody who is suffering from depression, or thinking that someone suffers from depression, be that seasonal affective disorder, situational, clinical, any kind of depressive disorder, watch this video again and put yourself in their shoes, or in this case my shoes. Don't just feed them the unhelpful comments or deliberately unhelpful comments like attention seeker, which will just make everything 10 times worse. Just stop and think before you just feed them any more pointless lines. Mental illness will affect 1/4 of us in our life. So if you haven't actually experienced mental health problems, do beware and do raise awareness, because you might be one of those 1 in 4 people that will struggle through any kind of mental illness at some point in their life. So please help raise awareness, and please help just get people the treatment that they need. Well, that's my time for today, but thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or comments, you can leave one below, or you can email me at plusustoo.mentalhealth@gmail.com, or you can message me on the Facebook page, which is plusustoo. Please share this video with as many people as you can to help just raise awareness of depression, because it is just such a common mental illness and it affects so many people. So if we can get people the right treatment, it will just help so many people's lives. And I got treatment for it, and I'm a completely different person. As I said, I still have down days, but I'm just so much better, and I'm just so grateful. Anyway, please check out the SANE website, which is sane.org.uk. And check out the plusustoo website as well, which is www.plusustoo.gimdo, which is JIMDO.com. And that's all in the description box below. Anyway, in some bizzles. Also, don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe. Bye.